One horn, the stink of Avernus, advocatus diaboli.
はい、どうも皆さん、こんばんは。バルダーズゲート3をやっていきます。はい、続きからでございます。今回は、カーラックをパーティーに加えます。ということで、やっていこう。
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby.
お
Careful.
ー。あ、誰かいますね。誰かいるわ。防護のオーラがかかってる。アンダース。
Who's there? Please, keep your distance. You're welcome to shelter here, but we've grave injuries to tend to.
誰に、何に襲われた？
A devil, the most deadly foe we've yet encountered. We are paladins of Tyr, Lord of Justice. He sent us after an infernal being, straight out of the Nine Hells, hiding in the form of a one-horned tiefling. One horn? Then you mean Karlach, Archdevil's bootlicker. You know her, which means you know what the Fiend is capable of. She slaughtered countless refugees fleeing the Absolute. Yesterday, she butchered an entire family without mercy. We were lucky to survive our encounter with her.
そのデビルはどこだ？
She ran toward the river when she saw we were merely wounded, not dead. Down the hill from here. She must pay for her crimes. If you capture her, you will have served Tyr where we could not. This is the sword of justice, blessed by Tyr. I've wielded it since I swore my oath. It's all I have, but it's yours if you stop her. Bring me her head, and Tyr will consider her crimes repaid.
いいだろう。奴の首を持ってくる。
May the just God guide you.
わかりました。一応、受けておきますか。あ、いますね。いましたね、ここに。この方だよね。カーラック、いました。
One horn, the stink of Avernus, advocatus diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
俺たちが追っていたデビルか。カーラックだな。
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but
A great heat roars through you, her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence, proof that you're a devil, a gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out.
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
流血戦争。あなたはそれをアベルヌスを通るノーチロドで上から目にした。この女は前線にいたのだって。見てるんだね。彼女は流血戦争の犠牲者。なるほど。で、手先ではなかったと。なるほど。わかりました。よすんだ、ウィル。お前も同じものを見たろ。
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
全く頑固なやつだ。カーラックはデビルじゃない。お前も分かっているはずだ。
Listen to sense now. I don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlak, but you already knew that. And you are...
こんな簡単に休戦ってなるの？なんかね、笑顔、すごい笑顔で休戦ねって言ってるけど、嘘だろこれ。はい。じゃあ、自己紹介で。
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
お前を追う人たちを倒してほしいのか？
Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
やろ
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
う。わかった。なんだウィル。
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
ちょっと待って。前の草邪魔。とりあえず、2の選択肢が気になるな。お前にカーラックを追わせた人物がいるはずだ。その情報源を詳しく知りたい。
I can say only this. Karlak's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats.
Gods, what now? Do you have a tax collector on your tail?
You're closer than you'd think. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
なるほど。カーラックを生かしたことで何か罰が下されるみたいな感じか？
And you'll have them. But I can't promise you'll like them.
わかった。よし、行くか。
You brought her here.
あれ、ここで会話入っちゃった。
Survive another assault. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please. We just want to go home.
カンパ。態度や目つきを見極める。この音が真実を語っているのか。導き。セコ。
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
わかった。こんな茶葉はもうたくさんだ。お前の正体はわかっている。
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlak, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
The furnace was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now.
and I'm never going back!
おー、すげえすげえ、なんか、合体じゃなくて、すごい距離にいるんだけど大丈夫かなこれ。あ、最高の場所にいる。あ、最高だね。ああ、痛い。あれ、精神集中を解除しないとやばいね。
No time for mercy.
ミスすんのか。しょうがねえ。オッケーではないな。セービングスロー完了つが成功してる。あらら、すごいね。投げつが、これだね。遠距離で。オッケー。で、これ閉めちゃおうか。借り人かな？借り人の獲物が入っちゃってるから、これ閉めちゃおうか。わあ、すっごい、これ。おお、マジですごい強い。オッケー、ナイス。ちょっと久々に、あれをやるかな。吸血の噛みつき。ナイス。これ血液不足になるとどうなんだろうね。セービングスローとかが、大部分の能力値判定がマイナス1。あ、これいいね、結構。
Still on my feet.
では、いきます。オッケー、終わり。これ動いてる？この辺にいる、多分。投げてみようか、この辺に。あ、いる！いる、この辺に。なんか、入った。伏せ状態が入った。この辺にいる。やってみっか。あ、いるいる、いたいたいたいたいた、見つけた見つけた。なんかこの透明解除する、なんか魔法かなんかあったと思うんだよね。
Despite everything.
それ今ないからさ、しょうがないんだよね。ああ、これは痛い。終わり。
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
マミーの手下？なんだ、わからんぞ、おい。まあ、ひとまず、落ち着け。
Not big enough. Now get out before you get hurt. Now!
熱い。やばい。ちょっと待って、これ、あさってからにしてくれ。熱い。逃げる。熱い。
That body's so ripe, I'd need to drink the blood with a
暴れてますね。奔放な憤怒。開いた。
There's a trap.
これは通気口だよね、確か。何かを踏むと起動するタイプ。だから、これあんまり基本的にこれは気にしてないかな、基本的に。あれ？この通気口を起動するなんかそのスイッチみたいなのないのこれ。カチって音したんだけど。あ、置ける。開いたわ。ちょっと待ってな、これ一人で動くわ。あー、やっぱりあったわ。これだ。 これが多分ね、起動するスイッチなんだよね。この通気口を。頼んだ。よし、任せるぜ。完璧。もう大丈夫だと思うんだけどね、これで。わあ、すごいすごいすごい。なんか手前微妙だなと思ったらここにあったのか、いろいろ。なるほどね。でも手前もね、なかなか薬とかがね、いっぱいあってよかったといえばよかったんだよね。何これ？郵送の手袋。パラディンの手袋かなこれは。誓いの伝道の呪文を使用すると郵送を得る。パラディンだと思うな、これ。戻ろう。
Hell's fire. She's coming.
Will, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God's damn it. Anyone but her.
一体お前は何者だ？まあデビルだよね、この人。
Will, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing. I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after. That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
4つの条件を満たさなくてもいいってことね、要は。ちょっとこの契約を見直す必要があるぞ、これは。まあ、要点、聞いてもいいですか？
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Wow.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
見た目だけデビルになったのかな？ウィルバー。まあ見た目って言ってももうね、デビルだよね。ちょっと話聞こうか。ちょっと待って、出れなくなったんだけど。あ、出れた。
God's damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said.
Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
あ、5の選択肢かな。彼女が来た時、魂を奪われなかっただけ幸運だった。
I'd count my lucky stars for it. But I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
ちょっとこの辺わからないな。そもそもどうしてミゾラと関わるようになったのってことだよね。でもすべてコーストのためにやったことだってことだからね。まあ聞いてみようか。
The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
あ、そう。対してカーラックはどうですか？ずいぶんのんびりしちゃってる。
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
彼はいいやつだ。俺たちの中で一番かもしれない。
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
そうね。いろいろあったわ。うん。ひとまず寝て疲れを癒すわ。
It seems to be the perfect night to spend a little time together.
あら。
Just you and I. Assuming you haven't changed your mind, of course.
わかりました。
You made it. Come here. Sit with me.
この機会は見逃せない。
So eager. I'm surprised it took you this long. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
そうだな。生き残ったことにかな。それとも二人に。
Bold. What does us entail? I suppose I'll find out. To us. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins or anything like that. Something about you.
ちょっとね、聞いてみたいね。シャドーハートの音を。いきます。1、8。ちょっとやり直しますね。では、参ります。はい。まあ、この辺は、はい、想定内です。インスピレーション使います。OK。
Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shard, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now.
間違えた。お前はナイトオーキッドが好きで泳げない。昔そう言っていた。
I did. And you remembered. You're sweet. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us. Nearly light. The others will be awake soon.
彼女の目を見つめる。
What?
お前は美しい。
I know. But you're sweet to notice. Thank you for last night.
もっとこういう機会があるよう願っている。
Me too.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
あらー。あらやだ、ちょっと照れちゃうな、これは。いいんですか？ちょっと。やだ、ちょっと久々なんで。あ、近づいてる。もう近づいてるよ、ちょっと。やだ、ちょっと近づいてる、もう。どうしよう。もう行くしかないよね。行っちゃいます。
That didn't hurt, did it?
ちょっとくすぐったい。いや、全く。
Good to know. For the future. Let's head back. If we must.
いや、わからんぜ、そんなん。くすぐったいのかな。ありがとう。いい夜だった。で、今回ここまでにしたいと思います。次回は、いよいよ、ゴブリンヤイチに帰って、まだかな？うん。ちょっと、ジャーナル開きます。亡くなった罪人を探す。これあれですね、さっき言った、パラディンがいた場所、その近くにあったんで、まあ、やろうかなと思ってます。ということで、また次回です。ご視聴ありがとうございました。またね。